What is one thing your parents have told you, like, since middle school about your future?
Uh,
Was it to go to college?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
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 Since middle school, we are expected to master the SATs and every volunteer opportunity known to man, all before we reach the age of 18 and are shipped off to an Ivy League school. These goals have been set for us, and all we have to do is pass go. But what about those who don't? The challenges of first-gen students are not new. The U.S. Higher Education Act of 1965, championed by Lyndon B. Johnson, created programs designed to help students from disadvantaged backgrounds, giving rise to support systems like the Special Services for Disadvantaged Students, or the SSS. According to Edward J. McElroy and Maria Armesto, SSS programs provide college students from disadvantaged backgrounds with assistance in meeting basic college requirements, opportunities for academic development, and motivation to successfully complete their post-secondary education. These programs aim to give first-generation students the tools to succeed, but in many ways, the struggle continues. Despite the efforts of these programs, the challenges first-gen students face in college remain. From the initial shock of transitioning from high school into college to the deep-seated feeling that they don't belong, these struggles can feel insurmountable.
The way that you make friends from a K through 12 is not how you make friends in college.
Coming from like a small rural farming town where the median income tends to be a little bit lower, like it's very alarming to see like such a vast amount of wealth that you in your small farming town may have never seen in your lifetime if you never came to Santa Clara.
Research shows that first-generation students experience higher levels of imposter syndrome, which directly impacts their mental health and academic performance. They often struggle to balance the pressures of academic stress with their personal well-being.
So typically, when you come to college, one of the biggest challenges is sense of belonging, imposter syndrome.
I do struggle with imposter syndrome. And what that ends up looking like in class is struggling with raising my hand. Like I know what the professor is asking, but I'm so insecure about getting it right or wrong because I didn't grow up with the same academic like background as other people.
This imposter syndrome leads to students feeling like they can't ask for help. This causes them to often feel uncomfortable and not advocate for themselves.
From a student who's not first gen, they're more accustomed of advocacy. Normally, first gen students come with this mentality of I have to do it on my own and it's only me, and that no one's going to understand these perspectives. So learning how to ask for help.
If there's something that they don't understand in a class, they may often feel afraid to ask those questions.
This is further illustrated by the fact that many first-gen students participate less than continuing generation students in their community and extracurriculars. This is summed up by the staggering difference between the 46% of first-gen students and the 65% of continuing generation students who participate in clubs and organizations. Despite the challenges, first-generation programs like Santa Clara University's LEAD program are paving the way for solutions. These initiatives provide first-generation students with the tools, resources, and community they need to thrive.
So one thing that I think that LEAD does that's very special is like we have all of our students move in 1 week prior to the start of school for what we call LEAD Week, which is essentially like our own orientation with like just LEAD scholars. So it's all first-gen students. All of our programming is centered around the first-generation experience.
And then throughout this week, we also make sure that they build a sense of belonging by pairing them a peer mentor group, which is a group of 6 other first-year students. So they get to already know students before entering college.
To help first-gen students, we run around Santa Clara's campus and help to educate others on their first-gen programs, the resources available to them, and how they can help.
Do you guys know about the LEAD program here?
LEAD?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Kind of.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
But the what program?
The LEAD program?
I do not know.
Okay.
I don't.
Some ways you could help are be educated. Even just knowing a little bit about a topic goes a long way. Advocate. Help advocate for programs that benefit the students. And be supportive. Sometimes just having a friend or someone to talk to is a huge help. So be the difference. Be an advocate and be the support.